G'day guys and welcome back to the JFBS Supercoach channel. And today we're going to go through what we did last week. I'm really sorry I didn't do a whole video of the review and a whole other video of the preview. I'm just going to quickly do both of them in the video. I've got somewhere to be in about an hour, so I'm going to try and do this as quickly as possible and kind of have my thoughts as well. But yeah, as you can see, we did beat Damon Lowry, a very comfortable 100-point difference. As well as 3,700 people as well. I think it's at this rate, I think there's like 4,000 people, maybe I'm going to say 6,000 people who are genuinely doing this. So yeah, I reckon the other people have just done it round one and never again. Yeah, it's kind of good. We're getting more entries to get, I don't know, free hotel tickets or something like that. But yeah, it's just all for fun. Very annoying that they still don't never posted classic, but yeah. Anyways, let's go. I actually haven't seen his team yet. Saying that he will score a projected 507. Would this like to load, please? There we go. Come on. All right. So I think the big difference of how I beat him was literally Will Hickey. 210, 105, highest score of the round. Very glad. Triple double in one of the games. I kind of knew that he was he's probably what Illawarra has been missing for the past 7 weeks or the 7 weeks before he came. He's just unbelievable, in my opinion. He's a great player. He's really improved. I mean, what more can I say? Kind of knew Krebs would score up to 32, especially with when it comes to crunch time. Goulding's taking that spot and area. He's not going to play as much as he did before. I think he started a game as well, so I think Krebs is probably a guy we're going to have to say no to in the future. But talk about Melbourne, Jesse Edwards with a 56 solids. Probably could have gone with what's his face, JaVale McGee, because obviously he killed it. But you can't fit everyone in there. Ketchalier, he had a okay first game with an 8, and then I think he just had a 1. So I mean, we won. I don't really care. And Tarangi was the wrong guy to go for. Obviously, it was Max Darling, and I would have saved another 8K. Yeah, okay, well, that's fair. And then Cotton and Baker don't really matter because both me and Lowry had them. But yeah, basically what got me winning that round was Will Hickey. So massive shout out to him, I guess. And Alia and Tarangi are on the ban list. All right, that was the quick review. I'll actually have a look at rankings here. Who had the highest score that round? Oh, excuse me, I'm tired. I'm really sorry that I've what's it called? I've posted this really late. I've been busy the past couple of days. Not much time. Jesus, he had Hickey, Brown, and McGee, and then Foxwell, the good game. Isaac White with 39, and Malik Lewis with 45. I think Vin Delaney, who was 50K cheaper at that point, would have been the guy to go for because he would have scored another 26, and he had another 30K to go for another bloke. So you could have upgraded Isaac White to maybe 150K, 160K guy who scored more than 40. Could have been a lot higher, but shout out to you. You did very good. All right. On to the very quick round 9. So let's have a look at Lowry's team. I don't mind it. Cotton, Cameron, Darling, Baker, King, and Menenga. So the teams that are playing 4 games for this round, or not 4, there's 4 teams that are playing 2. It's Adelaide, Brisbane, Cairns, and New Zealand. Great. My computer is just absolutely shitting the bed at the moment. All right, here we go. Let's go to 6-man here so we kind of get a good grasp of who which options we have. And kind of like, I think we need to go for one of these two, Prather or Bryce, just to really, what's it called, compete with Bryce Cotton there. But I also want PJC because he's going up against Brisbane that first game. And I guess, Brisbane playing against New Zealand, I feel like if we both have like, or if I have a guy like PJC or a Casey Prather / Tyrell Harrison, I feel like that would be really good. But I think I saw that New Zealand had a decent, had Perth. And he did score a 30, like 35-30. That's 65, just based off those past two games. Don't know how to feel about it, so maybe I go with the Bryce Cotton route. Because I don't mind doing that. It's a bit cheeky where you go, I'll slap the caps on Bryce Cotton and copy Damon Lowry. It's not like you go into the round not knowing what he's doing, which probably should be a bit better, but I guess the whole thing's beat the coach, really. But I actually don't mind the Mojave King route as well, and I can't believe I'm saying this, but Max Starling, I'm going to have a look at. Oh my god, my thing is not loading anything. And of course, when I click on Flex, it doesn't come up. Where's my mouse? Oh my god, I'm so sorry. Now this is going to take so much longer than it's going to. All right, here we go. He's 69k at the moment. How many minutes? Because obviously his minutes have changed. I haven't watched as much NBL as of recent that I've liked to. He's playing like 18, like he's playing around 21 game and then nothing the next. He must be the most unfit bloke of all time. But I guess they're playing Brisbane the first game, Perth the second game. So it's not bad if we kind of have him in there. And it also evens out one of the crappier players there. If this wants to load, there we go. Trying to think of some other guys. I think a decent bloke that I kind of want to go for here is Zylan Cheatham. He's got Tasmania. I think he scored well against them that first time they played them. Don't mark my words on that. But I do want to see what I can do to fit guys like I can Cheatham, PJC. Like they're not your top heavy guys, but they can compete with those guys and score more compared to the other crappier players. So I kind of want to go with PJC, but then Cotton's got Tasmania, Prather's got New Zealand, and there's no one that can really guard Prather, in my opinion, on that New Zealand squad. Let me know if I'm wrong. Yeah, look, 54 points. And then they do play Melbourne. He did have a 45 against them. So I think it's not a bad idea going for Casey, in my opinion. Just because New Zealand, he'll just smash. And even if he scores a 30 against Melbourne, yeah, it'll be around 80 points. So, yeah, I reckon Casey Prather's not a bad idea to go for. So I'm going to probably slot him in there. 411k is a lot. I know that. Centers, I think there's only a couple options. Tyrell Harrison's probably the guy. I don't know how he goes up against Melbourne, but New Zealand, I feel like it's going to be similar with Prather, where he can score big against them, but it doesn't really matter with the second game. But at the same time, Menenga's probably a decent option, like he's 70k less. Great. My thing doesn't. Oh, wait, no, because there's not much. It's not much to actually scroll. Yeah, I think Harrison and Menenga are the only options. I'm not a fan not Tyrell Harrison, Isaac Humphries, just because he's a bit inconsistent in my opinion, even though he's been averaging 27. I mean, I just don't know. I don't think he's the guy. I don't think he's the guy. As this wants to load really slowly, his projected is 72, and he does play Cairns. That's the thing about Cotton is that he plays against Cairns. Ooh. We could honestly. Maybe that's why we go Cotton as well. Big double header there. We go for a. Okay, this isn't loading. I'll move Darling to the forward spot. And then I have like because his second best guy is Menenga, whereas like if I've got Cotton and Prather, it's like him, him and more. But then is that gonna leave me enough space for that? I'm not too sure. And then we go for someone like Guess Baker or Menenga. But I also want Zylan Chatham. So now we only have like 230k over for three people, which isn't great. This seriously does not want to load for me. I don't know what it's like watching this as YouTube, and my computer's just stuffing up. I can't. It's giving me the craps. So do I go Cotton or Prather? Because I feel like I can't do that anymore. 230k for three people is not good. That's about 90k for each, or even less, like because it's about 80k for each player, which is not ideal. Because I think Mojave King's definitely a guy I want to bring in as well because he's been in good form. He's starting shooting guard while Rain Smith is out. So that means I think who do I get rid of? Prather or Cotton? I'm gonna go Prather, unfortunately. And then I think my power forward, I want Chatham because they're not start. It seems like they're not starting Marcus Lee, and if they're not starting Marcus Lee, then Cairns, then I feel like it's not a bad option to go with Zylan Chatham. He'll get most of the boards as well. 209k left over to go for. What do we want to do? So, come on, load, please. There we go. I think let's just match up the Darling situation. He's obviously playing lots of minutes the first game, none the second game. Then we have about 140k to, left over and to deal with. Question is who do we want? And is it a guy who's around 100k? And we could probably upgrade Menendez to like a Harrison potentially. Isaac White's maybe. Hey Murray. Yeah, has he lost his minutes recently? I think that those are the only two guys. So if I go here, 29k, what can I get instead of Menenga? Nothing. I'd need to clear for another 42k. Because let's say I went the route of getting rid of Cotton, having Prather, and then I can afford Tyrell Harrison if this wants to load. I don't mind that because I like to compare players. So Prather and Cotton will have similar numbers. Harrison and Menenga, I feel, will do better. Obviously, I've got Mojave King, who's there, Darling as well. Baker and Chatham are the same. Um, hmm. Okay. I don't mind this. It's just, is there better? Hmm. I could go. Do I feel better having Menenga over Chatham? Not particularly. Let's say a team with. Well, it's only a 14k difference between him and PJC. Then I have 22k. Um, and I feel like there's not really much flexibility with 22k with over like four different teams. So I reckon having Prather and Harrison. Can I click onto forwards? 22k difference from Chatham to someone else might be the play. But I think that might be the team, I reckon. No, I can't get anyone except for Menenga, but I think I'm more confident with Chatham than Menenga. So let's get rid of PJC again. if I can, please. Thank you. And it's bringing Prather. I think this is the team. I think this is the team. And I think it will beat. I think that it will beat Damon Lowry's team. So an 89 and an 87, that's kind of 2 points difference. Chatham's going to score more than a 45. Let's be realistic here. And Harrison with a 70. Yeah, do you know what? I feel pretty confident because, even beats. I think Cameron's better just by a little bit. That's pretty even. Same thing. And yeah, I think, if you switch Harrison and Chatham, I think Chatham's better than Baker. So you kind of have, and I think Harrison's better than Menenga. So I think, beat. So two guys that are definitely beaten, two guys who are even, and then Isaac White, Cameron. The only one that I think I'll lose to is Cameron being better than Isaac White for obvious reasons. But then Prather and Cotton are the same thing. So I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to captain Prather, vice captain Tyrell Harrison. It's projected me to 522 to 507. Yeah, so that will be it from me. Let me know if you've been able to afford a better team than I do. With 4 teams, it's a bit harder to kind of play around with players. Like there's only a select few. Like there's only 3 main point guards to go for, or 2 main, and then Prather, who's forward guard. If you want to go that Prather route, is there. You can go with Jack McVeigh, but I think he's just a bit out of form and inconsistent since his injury. So do what you will with that. But yeah, I think that'll do for me. Let me know how your team goes. Let me know if you beat Damien Lowry last week. But yeah, it's a good feeling beating Damien Lowry because as much as I like his passion for basketball, he's kind of like Dermot McMurray when it comes to commentating. Just needs to know he just needs to make a comment or two every 30 seconds, not every second. But yeah, I just went off track there. But anyways, thanks again for tuning in. Hopefully you guys beat the coach as well. And I'll see you guys next time. Cheers.